Chanel mini square and you're trying to fit like your full-size compact wallet in there, just don't do it, guys. I have made the mistake of impulsively selling bags quite often, to be honest. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about things that I feel like you should never do to your bags if you want to keep them in good condition. You know, these things are expensive, and sometimes, although we want to love and enjoy our bags, we do want them to look fresh for longer, right? Being too protective of your bags where you don't use them at all. So some people, they'll wrap their bags up in tissue and then in the dust bag and then put it in a box and leave it in their wardrobe, and then years later they'll go back to it and realize it's filled with mold or it's just, you know, deteriorated. I would always check up on your bags. I would never just leave them in a box in your wardrobe or even just anywhere in a room, because anything can happen. Like, things deteriorate over time, and I do think that it is important to use your bag and give it air and sunlight, because that can kill bacteria. It can help the leather breathe, and sometimes the more that you use a bag, it won't get dehydrated. The oils from your hands will help nourish it. It's actually not good to not use your bag sometimes and leave it neglected, because and then if you just leave it on your shelf, it can get dusty and all that. So I would never kind of just leave your bag in a box. If anything, I would leave it in a dust bag on your shelf, because at least it can breathe. But leaving it in a box is sometimes not the best thing to do. Although it seems like it's the most protected that way, the leather is not going to breathe, and it's just not good for the bag. Even for the hardware, it can start ruining the hardware. So I would always check up on your designer bag. Being overprotective with sprays, conditioners, all that. I know a lot of people spray their Vachetta leather, but you have to know that the more coatings that you put on your bag, it again is not gonna help the leather breathe. So sometimes if you over treat, for example, Vachetta leather, it can dehydrate, it can dry out, and it just doesn't develop a really nice patina. Sometimes if you just do a light layer, it's okay. This will also wear off over time. But, you know, some people are obsessed with color fixing their bags, spraying it so they don't get color transfer. That is something that, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of, because any spray that you could put on your bag, especially a Chanel bag, can interfere with the iridescent coating on top. It can interfere with the threads. It can react. So I personally would never spray my bag. I know that people are scared of color transfer, but the best solution is to not spray your bag. Actually just wear clothes that don't transfer, because it is a lot better to wear clothes that don't transfer and than spraying your really expensive handbag. That to me, just, I don't know, I'm just not into that. I just think that it's not good for the leather. There's a reason why these brands don't spray your bag, because it's not good for the leather. So I personally would just be wary of what things I'm wearing. If I'm wearing denim, wash my denim first. You know, for example, today I'm wearing denim. If I think my denim's going to transfer onto my bag, I will get a white cloth or something, and I'll rub it on my jeans, and I'll really rub it on my jeans. And if I see blue has transferred onto the cloth, then I cannot wear these jeans with a light colored bag. I can wear it with a black bag, but not a light colored bag, because that's going to, once my bag is rubbing on my jeans, also transfer the blue onto it. So you just have to be aware of, if you're worried, your t-shirt, for example, maybe I'm like, oh my gosh, what if the pink transfers onto my thing? Usually t-shirt is okay, but I'll just rub it and see if pink comes off, and then if it doesn't, then you're good to go. So it's more about the clothes you're wearing than, you know, color fixing your bag. That will be the better option, in my opinion. Throwing makeup inside your bag without a case and pens. I know that lipsticks are usually quite secure, but, you know, I see a lot of pre-loved bags that have makeup inside, and this really could have been avoided with a small makeup case, right? So any lipstick can undo, or even sometimes at the edge of the lipstick there's a bit of residue, and that can actually stain the inside of your bag, and it really devalues the bag when it has glitter and lipstick inside. I would always put your makeup in cases. Even if there's a lipstick holder in the bag, the Chanel lipstick holder, I would just put it inside a case, a cheap little case. just to ensure that the bag doesn't get too dirty. If you don't care about it, then that's fine, but if you want to keep the value of your bags, it's good to keep it nice and clean in there. Alternatively, you can use a bag organizer. I tend to use bag organizers as well to keep the shape. And that brings me to my next one, bag organizers. So I don't think you need a bag organizer for all bags. I think some bags are way too tiny to use an organizer. I'll just use a small pouch to put my makeup in. But some bags, I do think that an organizer comes in handy. For example, a picotin bag really looks better with an organizer. The structure is more upright and it kind of doesn't sag in on itself as much. I just think sometimes properly stuffing your bags and using the right organizer is a good thing to go for. Obviously, there are some bag organizers that can be too big for the bag. If you feel like a bag organizer is stretching your bag, I would probably take it out and use pouches instead, because I would say bags for example, a Kelly Cellier doesn't actually need a bag organizer because it has so much structure. I would just use a pouch for this. It doesn't need anything to keep the shape of the bag, and by shoving in a sturdy felt organizer, it could actually stretch the leather a little bit. And also sometimes felt organizers do add weight to your bag as well, so I wouldn't recommend it for all bags. However, I do have bag organizers in most of my bags because it prevents stains and does keep the structure of the bags. Yeah, let me know guys what your favorite bag organizers are. I have so many brands that I love to test and try out, and I just love how a lot of these companies hand make their organizers as well. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of bag organizers, but I don't think they're always necessary. Using hand sanitizer and hand lotion. So I'm not against hand sanitizer. I think it's good to stay clean. However, when you use hand sanitizer, make sure you don't get it onto your handbag because it is really bad for the leather. It can completely discolor the bag. And similarly, if you've got hand sanitizer on your hands, make sure it's completely dried before you grab your bag because it can really affect the dye on the bag. It's because it's got an alcohol in it. It can strip away the layers. It can leave stains. And I have seen so many top handle bags with fingerprint, hand marks on them because of, the people obsessed with using hand lotion and hand sanitizer, constantly grabbing their bag, and it gets all dirty on the handle, and that doesn't look good. Short term it wears out really fast. So if you do wear hand lotion a lot, I would say for Hermes bags, get a twilly, put little twillies on top because then you don't have to worry. The twilly might get snagged and all that, but it would just preserve the handles for longer. Or just be really wary of when you put hand lotion on. Maybe put hand lotion on before you go to bed at night and then go to bed, and don't put on hand lotion in the morning because there's no point, right? You don't want to have greasy hands all day. So yeah, I don't know. I do wear hand lotion, but I usually put my twillies on my bags, and if I am sanitizing my hand, I make sure it's dry before I touch my bags because I know it can affect the leather. Next, I don't think that you should overstuff your bag. So if you have a mini bag, I don't know guys, what's an example, a Chanel mini square, and you're trying to fit your full-size compact wallet in there, just don't do it guys. There's no point in overstretching your bag to get all your things in. I would buy a bigger bag because overstuffing your bag and stretching your bag trying to fit as much things into the bag, it's not good for the bag. It can go out of shape, it can look bad. Either downsize your wallet or get a card holder or buy a bigger bag, because overstuffing your bag is not only annoying because you're shoving things in all the time, but it isn't good for the structure of the bag. And always make sure that there's a little bit of space left in your bag, because that is, better for the bag than if you're shoving in so many things at once. You can always downsize your wallet. So a lot of people, try and shove big wallets into their bag. It's just not working out. So don't be afraid to downsize your wallet, because there's nothing worse than the inconvenience of just, having a too small bag. And if you're one of these people that carry a lot, just get a bigger bag because it will just be a lot more convenient. Feeling guilty about not wearing your bags. I do feel guilty for not wearing my bags sometimes because I have so many bags, so I can't wear them all. And that has resulted in me selling bags and then me feeling bad again and then buying more bags. If you love handbags, I wouldn't feel bad about it because, there are so many people who love other things like collecting toys and you know, cars, whatever, golf equipment. So if you're into bags, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make you a dumb person. That's just what you're into. And if you love bags, don't feel guilty about it. You know, we all have crazy life. Sometimes we can't wear our designer bags all the time because we have to, I don't know, do something else, like go to work, or maybe you have kids, or, you know, it's just not appropriate to wear your designer bags. But don't worry, there'll always be special moments in your life where you can enjoy your designer bags. And, you know, try and give it a while before you sell a bag. I have made the mistake of impulsively selling bags quite often, to be honest. There has been a few that I've regretted selling, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with my collection. And, you know, sometimes you just have to fall back in love with the bag and appreciate it for what it is. There was a few bags that I wanted to sell this year, and then I convinced myself that actually I think I'm going to keep them, including my Gypsy Air bag, and then I ended up using it on my holiday and I loved it. So yeah, give it time before you sell a bag. Don't sell a bag because you feel guilty about having it. You've spent the money on it, so there was a reason why you bought it. Obviously, if you really need the money, then yes, sell the bag. But, you know, if you're one of these people like me who is going to keep buying bags, just, you know, take a step back and really try and think if you really need to sell it, or if you should just, you know, try and fall back in love with it again. So yeah, anyways, they're my tips of things not to do with your handbags. Let me know what tips you have, and thanks for watching my blabby video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!